right, everyone. Welcome back to another recipe. This one's delicious. This was the first time making this one. It's a little bit of pasta. I got some turkey kebabs here. I'm gonna get those pulled out, got their casing torn off, and then we're just gonna go do a little chopping on those. This one was super simple, keeping everything in one saucepan, but you're not gonna be able to put it in a saucepan, walk away, and wait for it to cook. This is going to take some time for you to stir it up, adding in ingredients, specific times. But it's a good dish. You're gonna be full. It's gonna be a good dish. Starting off with a saucepan, putting in through olive oil. Gonna add the turkey here, turkey sausage. Go in there for a little sizzle. Stir it on up. Add your salt and pepper, of course. Lost a few chunks, put them back, obviously. Just go ahead and stir it up. Get all the and the thing that I love about this is we're using the same saucepan for everything. We want the flavor to remain in the whole dish. I'm not dumping anything out. Gonna add a little salt, a little pepper, and then we're gonna come back to the cutting board and get our onions ready. Gonna do small slices. As you can see, I cut the onion in half first before I made these very thin slices. And the flavor out of the dish is just, so amazing. You're gonna love it. Added some great herbs to this one as well. Gonna cut up the second half here. Also added some garlic and some broccoli char. Got our garlic here. And tip here is where you're going to smush your garlic before you start cutting it. Reason being is garlic releases a particular enzyme that activates some other enzyme within the garlic, but it just brings out the flavor and the aroma when you cook it. Just a little tip. Got the broccoli char there. Cut it in half and going to chop it into slices. And next, we're going to dump the turkey out after it's nice and cooked a little bit. Keep everything else in that saucepan. Add a little more olive oil for your oil and put some garlic down in there. Stir it up. Add the onions. Stir that up. And you can add a little bit more salt to it. Just get it nice and caramelized and the onions nice and translucent. Next, we're going to add in the broccoli char. Get all that going, get nice and cooked. We're not overly cooking the veggies here. We want them to remain whole. I don't want them mushy. And you don't want them mushy. Next, I'm getting my herbs prepared. Got some fresh thyme and some fresh rosemary. Just going to chop them up. Like I said, just a little extra time here on the prep, but still a simple dish I cooked within the hour. Next, we got our rosemary. Just pull those off. I love adding fresh herbs to a dish. It just makes it taste so much better. Give it a chop. And you have to use a little bit more of the whole herbs if you want more of the taste out of it. Go ahead and pour your onions, garlic, and broccoli char into the same bowl of your turkey. We're going to get the pasta ready. Go ahead and fill up the saucepan with some water. And you want your pasta right below the water line. And I used a good gluten-free pasta here. And it'll start to bubble. Give it some stirs. I did empty some water a little bit after the pasta was cooked. After the pasta was cooked. So remember that. It's going to start bubbling. I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan here. And this is kind of where I dump the water out a little bit. I'm just going to bring it back. And you can see the water line just right below the pasta this time. And the rest of the water will cook off and the pasta will still absorb, as well as the turkey and the veggies that we're going to put back in it. And again, you're going to want to be stirring this a lot. You do not want your pasta to stick to the bottom at all. Gonna add my Parmesan cheese to create that little bit of sauce taste, you know? Gonna add in a little more pepper. Give it a stir, and you can just see it's just becoming this creamy pasta. Oh, so good. Next, we're just gonna pour everything else that is cooked back in the bowl. Or sorry, the saucepan. Get that going, stir it nice and good. Oh, I love this. This was so tasty. Adding in the herbs, give it another stir. At the very end, you don't want to cook your herbs too long. You won't be able to taste them. Nearing the end of cook time here. Get your plates ready. Get it dished up. Oh, so delicious. Of course, my sauerkraut. I hope you all enjoy this meal. Yes.